So most of you are guys, and most of you guys are going to lose your hair as you get old. It's just an unfortunate fact, and you can't argue with statistics. But you can try to battle hair loss. You can try to prevent it, and in some cases even regrow hair. That's where today's video sponsor, Keeps, is here to help. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. Get treated from home. With Keeps, a licensed doctor will review your information online and recommend the right hair loss treatment plan for you. Then, your treatment is shipped directly to your door every 3 months. Message your Keeps doctor 24/7 with any questions or concerns you may have along the way, and track your progress with the Keeps Progress Tracking tool. Keeps offers generic versions of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss, which makes it more affordable. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors and why hundreds of thousands of men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. So if you're ready to take action to prevent hair loss, visit keeps.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description for a special offer on Keeps treatments. That's keeps.com/SSR is a link right below in the description to make it easy. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Scotland. We're at the Glen Eagles Hotel, which is a phenomenal resort. 5-star place just here, I would say about an hour outside in Edinburgh. And we're doing an adventure drives trip. You can see some of the cooler cars starting to line up. But I had some trouble renting a car, and I landed on this John Cooper Works Mini Cooper from Turo. Now, you've heard me tell you about Turo and how Turo has its pluses and minuses. Here, I got to experience both. It was very difficult for me to try to get cars out of the UK up here, and it made a lot more sense to scoop up this manual transmission John Cooper Works Mini Cooper. We'll get to the downsides in a second, but the main downside, other than the fact, look, steering wheel's on the side, is the car has 75,866 miles. You see that? And that resulted, see the 3 pedals? It's pretty normal over here. That resulted in a car which, let's just say it's in need of a clutch. And this is prior to the trip starting. The car just sort of wings to the moon in 5th and 6th gear. What do I mean by that? It was raining, so I was not getting on it. I was driving very reasonably the entire time here. And when I went to accelerate, the car just goes zing, and when it zings up with the tachometer, but the speedometer stays the same, you need a new clutch. So yesterday was not a driving day. I took that opportunity to try to see if I could get the clutch swapped. I looked it up on Google, and it's about a 2 to 4 hour job, depending on who's doing it. I reached out to the guy. This is his only car, which, as I said, is highlighting the downsides of Turo. So I am going to try to limp this car through the trip. We're going through the Highlands, we're going through the North Coast 500, we're driving to Skye, so we're driving all across the country. And I'm gonna try to do it with a car that has a blown clutch. So, wish me luck. There's a very solid chance that this video will end shortly with me standing on the side of the road saying, we saw this coming, but until that point, let's make the best of it and let's have a good time. Luckily, in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, the car appears to be able to hold the clutch. So until we get into the mountains, I will just sort of use momentum and drive around the deficiency, and hopefully that works in my favor. And if you wanted to see me in a kilt, today's gonna be the day. So, wish me luck. It's our little COVID group here. Glen Eagles Hotel, as I said, a lovely place. Yesterday I did falconry and I did skeet shooting, or clay pigeons. So good times. If you want to come out here, they've got some lovely golf courses, which I was unable to get on, but wonderful grounds. This lovely Rolls Royce is parked out front all day, every day, which is just, you know, adorable. Just screams Scotland in British rich person green. Hey, look at that. That's me. That's me. This is Silas. Hey. Silas is our photographer. And away we go. We had an 8 a.m. wheels up time. It's probably 8:30 now, but first day we always give some leeway to get everybody out. All right, wish me luck. Place your bets now if you're doing a drinking game. Come up with the rules and enjoy the trip. I'll show you a little bit of Scotland via my Mini Cooper, and hopefully I'm not showing you the side of the road. All right, we're on our way to Speyside right now, and we are doing pretty good. It's 120 miles of driving today. Went from gorgeous blue skies, which was actually a little disconcerting because that's not Scotland. Scotland is more rain and like cloudiness, just that Scottish UK weather. But now we have blue skies again after driving through some rain, driving into the snow-capped mountains in the front, which you now can't see until we get around this bend. But Scotland is an island. It's the northern part of the UK, and it's got 5 distinctly, or like now it's the line just starting to blur, not because of drinking, just because they're trying to manipulate the whiskey market. There's 5 different Scotch regions: Highlands, Lowlands, Campbelltown, Islay, and something else. I can't think of it right now. But there's another rainbow right there.
Oh, yes.
You can see it. But lots of sheep, lots of cows. Like, you'd think Scotland would be known for sheep, but Ireland's known for sheep. Scotland's known for cows. And let me turn these wipers off. We've got about, I want to say 60 miles to go of our journey. We're going to be picking up a couple of vans and doing distillery tours this afternoon. But the roads through here have just been absolutely brilliant. I'm lucky that we're doing all these like local roads. I get away with not having to use higher speeds, and I get to stay in lower gears and still get my sheep and my enjoyment out of the car. The rainbow literally starts right here. Nope. There it is. It starts right in this hillside. Don't mind me. This rainbow literally starts right there. I can see it. Awesome. But if I keep the car in 4th gear and no higher than 4th gear, I'm pretty good. But lovely mixture of Scottish weather.
Some music.
This music is garbage. Some lovely, and I don't have a mic on, so you may have some wind noise right now, but some lovely, lovely landscape here. Such a great drive. Nobody around, even without a clutch. This is a hell of a lot of fun.
Rob, that's gonna take off your door.
It's all right. Oh, actually you can't. I don't have rental insurance on this one.
Send it. It's from Turo. You take out your door, right?
Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the car, pal. Back in the car. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. And we're still working. We still got a car. All right, here we are, 5th gear downhill, so we got the benefit of that, but we're gonna step on the gas in 5th gear and watch the thing. See, we're not accelerating, but the odometer is, or I'm sorry, the tachometer is going up, whereas the car is not accelerating. So as you saw it go from 4,000 to 6,000, all that's doing is spinning clutch. Well, this is pretty Scottish. Bah. That was sort of cute. Hold on, get in there, kiss the cow. Oh, with the tongue. He will call you tomorrow. It's like, for fuck's sake, I heard that. All right, good morning. We're here leaving the Craigellachie, and you'll see here. Ready for this one? This is just giving you an idea of how. A lot of pedal play there before we get going, which on a Mini Cooper it should not be. But if you're not familiar with the Craig, all the locals know the Craig here in Speyside. We had dinner here at the Copper Dog, and now we're driving over to Skye, so it's going to be a good time. The car is something I have to drive around. There's Silas. I do have to drive around the car. Good morning, Copper Dog. But we're working on it. So hopefully this thing makes it. This is the longest drive of the trip. It's about 3 hours to lunch and then 3 hours afterwards when we're driving Cattle Pass. So come enjoy and wish me luck, because if I was going to break down in the most remote place possible in Scotland, we're pretty much going there because we're driving the North Coast. So look at this. You can just go down. One-handed rally stage. This thing. Hello. That's cool. Hello. All right. Cheerio. Lovely place to stop right here. We essentially drove through the mountains down this coast here. A couple of them went ahead, and I can't wait to see what's on the other side of that rise, other than the leprechaun. Doing the nice jig.
Hey, can you get out of my shot?
What shot would giving you a idea of what this is like? 50 miles an hour, 6 gear. And then accelerate. Oh, check engine light. Full engine power no longer available. Well, now that was not like I had much of engine fault. I got that one on camera. I was just gonna show you what happens when the clutch slips. Instead, we have entered an entirely new realm of concern. Okay, thank you, car. And we got the check engine light and system power, but it is just absolutely lovely up here. Look at this. Lovely area of the world. Look at this. Just such a lovely place to drive. The color of the water, the mountains, the sheep, all the people taking their photographs, and this guy taking a leak. But just a lovely, lovely topography up here. You almost forget that they drive on the wrong side of the road because it's just so enjoyable. Look at that little white mansion of sorts on the water. What a lovely place. This is probably an hour outside of Inverness, which is like one of the bigger northern cities, if not the biggest northern city in Scotland. But just properly beautiful. And a lovely, lovely drive. A little lunch stop here. Oh, you can get in the video, it's no problem. I really stepped out of the way of the camera so they don't ruin anything. But then they realize it's just YouTube. How lovely this place is. It's like a rally stage on the way in here. I couldn't even film it. But saw elk, saw sheep. If you haven't been to Scotland, you should probably make your way over. Maybe we'll do another Scotland trip one day. Look at the cows. Anyway, now we're off to drive Cattle Pass. Speaking of cattle, Cattle Pass is still part of the North Coast, but We didn't go all the way up. We could do the North Coast 500. It's called the NC 500. It's a lot of driving. It's 500 miles of anything is a lot, but 500 miles of coastal driving takes it out of you. And we did about 250 miles of driving today. Me and my Mini Cooper, which has now a check engine light for reduced engine power, which didn't have much to begin with. But I'll deal with what I'm used to crap cars, so I'm used to driving around them and seeing what's left working properly and leaning heavily on that. So we are on our way. And as I said, if you haven't been to Scotland, I would put it on your list. All right, to Cattle Pass and then Skye. Skye, I've never experienced Skye. I just drove past it and I'm really looking forward to it. So stay tuned, come along and we'll have a good time. It's like I wish we had coastal roads like this in the US because we don't really have such a coastline like this where you can get away with them, where the roads just aren't strung around our coastline like they are here. Well, there you go. We're gonna turn here. All right, let's do it. Almost Evel Knievel'd that. Just mountains, coast, sheep, elk. Doesn't get much more memorable than this. You will take this experience with you forever. And we haven't even gotten the Cattle Pass yet. Hello. Cheerio. So that was an okay sheep sound? I don't know. There's a cow right there.
Huh?
There's a cow right there.
I'm working on it.
All right, that's far enough. Don't scare the cow. We like him here. Wow. There's a cow. Right here. There's a cow. Wow. There's a cow. Look at the cow. Just wow. And that's a sheep, cows, mountains. I've got so much of Scotland in one panoramic. The fishing boat. That guy is just like a statue. Oh. See, this is like one of those things. I don't even have to record this. This is just proving to you that this memory exists. It's amazing. This is why we travel. The world is so much fun. Even by Mini Cooper. See ya. You do you, pal. All right. Back about my scenic drive. Yep, let's go right around you guys. All right, back to the scenery. Close that window, but and probably grab a lower gear. Look that way, future me, because I can't look that way now. Oh, Jesus Christ, hold. Uh-oh. Lower gear, first gear. Look at that, that's my cars. First gear, second gear. Do it all. Like a one-man band. It's over this crest here. What's up top? More top. Very Scottish. Tell you what, between the animals, the whiskey, and the driving, what a lovely 24 hours. All right, and we have just made it to Cattle Pass. This road was not on my radar, and one British man and Aunt Anstead told me to drive it, and now I will. And I'm gonna go behind this Lotus. Because the Lotus, I don't want to slow him down. Pulling into Skye for the night. Car still works, but clutch doesn't. But we're getting there. Just having a little trouble going up hills, but we only have 1 day left. But Skye is lovely. We're about 9 minutes away from the hotel. I was gonna take a ferry boat tomorrow, but the ferry was sold out, so I have to drive an extra like 50 miles. This is what I was stalling for. Look at that. Just chit-chatting with you guys so I can run the video longer so you can see this lovely sunset over the mountains in northwestern Scotland. Thank you for joining me today. It was an epic day that I will remember forever, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning from Scotland. We're in Skye, and this is the Dursdale Hotel. Mini Cooper holding up just fine. I almost rear-ended my buddy in the Lotus yesterday, and I was like, why? I'm usually better than that. How could I almost rear-end him? And it turns out his Lotus was smoking from the inside. The wiring harness melted itself, and he has no brake lights now, which makes much more sense. I was like, I just thought I was paying attention, but I guess not. And this is a rental car out of the UK, which has its fair share of bumps and bruises, right? But underneath the dash, and I'm not going under there again.
It wasn't me.
Not going under there again, because I almost got stuck. But he's got his lights, but no, his foot is on the brake now, and he's got no brake lights. Give me brake. Haha, I know you are. Anyway. I know, it's all... Yeah, you almost got a brake yesterday. Almost broke off my Mini Cooper in your ass. But, all right, we're off to the Harry Potter Bridge, and then making our way down to Edinburgh, whatever. So, top of the morning to all of you. A little bit of rain, maybe we'll drive out of it, maybe we won't. Who knows? Let's go have some fun and enjoy the last day of driving on our Scottish adventure. They take this to Hogwarts. And if you didn't see what's around here,
Stop.
Drop the nuts.
looking for Privet Lane. I wonder if Harry Potter is sort of like the worst thing that happened to Scotland since Robert the Bruce. Because I think I passed Hogwarts, I passed that train trestle, all stuff which are cool buildings, but now that the movies are out, like, they took over. But heading to the airport now. It is Sunday, and if you notice, I am still driving my Mini Cooper, which means it did not break down. And I'd like to credit years of driving broken cars as to my ability to navigate this thing with a blown clutch for almost 1,000 miles. But the clutch is bad. Like, I'll show you in a second just what's left of it, because there's not much. Like, if this guy doesn't know what he's doing, I don't know if he's going to get home from the airport once I drop it off. The convenience of Turo is when you pay somebody to get the car at the airport, it's actually convenient when they meet up with you. That is a nicety. But obviously I've spelled out the downsides of getting a car with a blown clutch or any other issues and not being able to resolve it. I'll show you as I pull away from this light. If that guy's in front of me, I'll just show you what's left. And it was spinning initially in 5th and 6th. Obviously the initial takeoff was very chattery, but if you're going to see how far the clutch pedal is going to travel before I even start moving, it's pretty cringy right now. But hopefully this guy doesn't have anyone else scheduled. That's like 95% play. Now this is second gear, right? And as I said, things spin. You go there. Do you see how it didn't go anywhere? It just spins, and that's second gear, which is not a gear that should be spinning. Third gear. Which way am I going here? I think I'm going to the airport. Yeah. Third gear. I do the same thing. Fourth gear, not even worth trying. But what the hell? So obviously, we're not spinning tire in the Mini Cooper. We're just spinning clutch. And obviously it gets worse in fifth or sixth gear, but what the hell? Let's go through. Why we're testing all of them? You shouldn't be at 40 miles an hour spinning clutch in fifth gear. All right, it takes a second, little rattle. And then nothing but clutch spin. So it's worse than it was when I started, but that was a given. I used the last, just say, I don't want to say the last 5% of the clutch, whatever this guy gave me. And I got stuck with it, but that's what happens when you deal with Turo and you get a potentially broken car. Otherwise, you know, I got what I got. So, cheerio. Back to the States, going to Dublin first. Well, I got to go another like mile or two. 5 minutes to the airport, and I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Cheerio. Look at that little taxi cab. Ding, ding. If you haven't been to Scotland, love it. I would give you a big thumbs up on the Scotland trips. And I got to find my COVID testing site. So I will catch you all later, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.